Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Rachel, hi Dub, happy Friday. Hello, Rachel. Dave says hello. Girl Gamer says Merry Day all. O-Town says hello, Dub. Drew says yow. Jukesies, what's up? Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear the background music. Yeah, it seems like you should be able to. Wilson, hi. Oakenshield, good morning. Here we are, last 15 minutes of the Easter eggs competition. Although Easter hasn't started yet, but it will soon, I guess, after this competition ends during the weekend. This ended up doing 247 Easter eggs per hour, so just about where I expected it, or what I expected it to do. As long as it was doing at least 245 per hour, that was the goal. I know it wouldn't go past 250 per hour because of the glue rates, and it pretty much just had to balance blue paints and red paint, which it ended up overproducing blue paint by a little bit, but that's all good. Now my ranking, I didn't think this was gonna get top 10. It doesn't look like it will. 11th place, very close, but I wasn't actually close to 10th place. So Doofy was probably making, or Doofy, sorry, he was probably making like what, 280 Easter eggs per hour or something. I'm not gonna do the math, but clearly he was doing more, like 20%-ish. Nah, I guess like 10%-ish. Yeah, it's probably like 270, 280. But a very nice job, Doofy. Mary, hello, good morning. Citizen, good morning. Girl Gamer. It is Good Friday. It is exactly. Grandma says hello, Dub. Hello, all. So hopefully this competition went well for you all. For me, it was easy to design because, like I said, I basically copied the Valentine Starlight Market Box design, and I pretty much did the same thing with the no NFT build. It was still fun to do those tweaks to get this to work, so I wouldn't say it was boring at all. This competition was fun, even though it was a similar design, and it was a new meta after all, so it wasn't like I was reusing most of a previous build like I did with one of the recent competitions. So I'm thankful for a new competition regardless. Now next week we are going to be doing banana splits, which I guessed was going to be an upcoming competition, but that was probably like a month or two ago, so maybe I guessed it too soon. But at some point I said banana split. Mostly I was joking. I didn't actually think it was going to be banana split, to be honest, but for some reason we're doing it now. I don't really know why. And on, was it Tuesday? Yeah, on Tuesday I predicted it was going to be boom canes because of NFT that leaked. Although that was just like on, where did it leak exactly? I think people saw it on NFT Harbor. So there wasn't any confirmation that it was going to come out. It was just a leaked NFT. There's more leaked NFTs, which I do think are going to come out this weekend or on Monday. Either today, maybe not today, but maybe Monday. Troy, good morning. Spartans also says good morning, Dub. Citizen, I was robbed on 25th by my own teammate. It's all good. Oh, dang. I mean, if it's by your own teammate, I suppose so. You're still showing up 25th place here, but I guess it hasn't loaded in correctly. WKNLO, is that who robbed you? No, you must be talking about somebody else. Are you sure? I mean, it still shows you 25th place. But then again, you can't trust the leaderboards, huh? Yeah, there it is. All right, it just refreshed on me. Yikes, you were close too. I know how that feels, man. I've been 26th place a couple of times as well. Rachel says, I'm so happy, no glue next week. I suppose that's one thing to be glad about. Ice cream metas are pretty difficult though, no? Because you need ice blocks and that's an expensive setup. Am I wrong? They're definitely not easy. Like this one, I don't even think this one was difficult, and I'm talking about also the no NFT, on the no NFT side point of view. You did need a nuke, that's true, but like a lot of it is windmills. Windmill metas aren't that hard. But then again, people would say anything with anything that involves glue is hard, so maybe. Yeah, maybe it is hard. Dini, hello. Rahiv, good morning. Dub. Grandma says, in the last self-fabric box competition, I finished 100th place and only received 1400 to Gala. So you didn't receive the top 100 reward. Let me check. Did you check the official leaderboard document? To check where you landed on there? I'll pull it up. Edward Brewer, what's up? Pinks in, hi bro. Hello, Edward. Yeah, it just loads weird, citizen. Ice blocks and passive gold, says Spartans. Passive cold. Give me a second. This spreadsheet is very bright. No, never mind. Let me not pull it up. It's just gonna blind you guys with the white screen. Let me check. Where is it? Rahiv says, for no NFT, a bunch of Santa's factories needed and they're expensive. Yeah. Yeah, this one, this next competition, Banana Split, that requires so much ice. I do think all of those buildings that you'll need for the passive cold, that is very expensive. Rock says, good morning, buenos dias, bonjour. I understood all three of those. Citizen, yeah, this one was a fun to balance. What's fun overall? Yeah. What's the link for official leaderboard? I'll post it on the chat for you right here. Email account stuff, what's up? Happy Easter dub, excellent build, thank you man. I did my best to excel in this competition and I had an excellent time. And I forgot the rest of the egg puns, but there was like 5 of them. But yeah, I put the official Town Star leaderboard link on the chat. Now, Grandma, you probably use a different username, so you may want to check it for yourself. Because I can't... Yeah, you must use a different username. But it should be the first sheet on the list, the one that says April 8th to April 11th fabric box. I guess if anything, it'll just confirm that you didn't make top 100 if you actually did receive 1,400 Gala, which you did, because you said you did. Did you collect your Vexi Easter eggs? To be honest, I haven't logged on Vexi since the time you mentioned it to me, Spartans. I'll check again because last time I logged in, my NFTs weren't showing up, and I'm not the only one with that issue. I did check the Vexi, the Vexi Discord, and other people had the same issue. Edward, I'm scared to even start. You mean with the... Oh, you mean with the banana split? Oh, that is you. Okay. Yeah, you're 101st place, so somebody knocked you out in the very end. And you were very, very close to 100. Damn. So... I don't know when you check the leaderboard. What is possible that happened is somebody got disconnected and they logged back in. And you know when you log back in, it shows you that you're like all the way at the bottom with 0 points. So it'll show you like rank 1,500-ish or 1,600-ish. So that's what probably happened. And then the competition ended and it showed you at 100, but then it updated later on to fix the person that logged back in with 0 points. It fixed their score. And it put them back at top 100, which then kicked you out of top 100. That's what I'm guessing happened. I'm not saying that's definitely what happened. That's just my guess. Because I know that happens to some people. Black Hole says, Belgian greetings to everyone. Welcome. Spartan says, make sure you update the Vexi app and eggs will show up. I did see that announcement though. Something about eggs showing up in the Vexi Villages app. What they were for exactly, I cannot remember. Let me get a quick refresher of what that is. I also know that they're doing an Easter event for Miranda's. Okay, so the eggs in Vexi villages just seem to give materials. It doesn't say exactly how many materials, but it says they give materials. All right. Okay. Might have to convert that for you. All right, might be able to help with that. Oh, so close for yummy, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull up the announcements for the banana split competition stuff on Discord. You can see the competition's gonna end in 3 minutes. My rank's not gonna budge. I'm nowhere near top 10. I did the best I could. I don't think I would have gotten 280 per hour, not with my setup. I would have needed like epic pottery shops for that at minimum. I would have needed a lot of stuff for that actually, and I'm impressed with those numbers. Oh, it's the bright winds. All the bright winds I don't have. All these people have bright winds. I assure you of that. It's gotta be. I don't have no bright winds. Oh gosh, sorry that you guys saw that freaking Easter egg bunny skin. Easter bunny skin. Alright, new competition, so banana split. Cash boosts are going to be all the ice cream flavors. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Bananas are also cash boosted. I think bananas had a high craft time though. I need to double check that. Chocolate bar is once again cash boosted. I think this might be a typo though. So if you read this whole thing, chocolate gets set back to 12k, but then it gets cash boosted again. This is either a typo that Duck Sunny made when he copied and pasted this stuff, or it actually will be cash boosted again. Strange. And banana split is boosted in stars. Biome is going to be very similar. We're still going to have the mountain and river basically adjacent to each other, so you can keep using the same biome as this competition or even last week's competition. You just have to fix the orientation. No oil seep once again. The trade time is the same as this week's competition biome. Oh, you guys can't see it, but yeah, it's the same biome. 60-second trade time. I basically already finished practicing, but I need to do another test with some of the NFTs that I have in the guild library so I can actually get my proper number. But yeah, like my personal build is pretty much already done. Like right after this ends, I'll take back my NFTs and I'll run it and see if the production rate is correct, which it should be, but you know, I have to do the actual rates check. GMR Leroy, happy Town Star Friday and weekend. 40-second for bananas, that's not bad actually. For it selling for 4,000 each, which is like close to gold. Banana cash rush might be a thing if you don't have any NFTs. Rachel says, yeah, I was confused by the chocolate bar. I hope it's boosted again. Yeah, for the people that are doing it, because with NFTs, chocolate bar rush is decent. Like it can be done. Edward says, got banned for talking in Discord smack to TC Core Builders? TC Core Builders. What is that? What is TC Core Builders? Did you mistype, or is it something I'm missing? You got banned from talking in the Gala Discord. I assume that's what you meant there, but what exactly were you talking about? Jeff says, yeah, I did some tests and better than gold to set it. Awesome. I'll take your word for it in case I don't do any testing on that. My plan is that I will do a no NFT build that, and I'll also show you the last no NFT build that I did for Banana Split. But we are not going to have an ocean, by the way. We are getting the river and the mountain, which the mountain is annoying. It's going to make it harder to do green timer windmills. But no ocean, which sucks because you do need a lot of salt. Ice cream has a lot of salt in it. So there, the people with no NFTs or not enough NFTs are going to need to run a lot of salt fields. I already did the daily challenge, and honestly, I already checked Town Star mode. So let me just pull Discord back up. Yeah, hopefully everybody did well in the competition. Congratulations on your rankings if you did well. If you did well. Grandma 77 for me, congrats. Oh, TC is Town Coin, I get it. Because usually people don't talk about Town Coin nowadays. They either talk about dirt or soil. Yeah, TC is like 2022 or something. Or maybe 2023, but daily challenges were paused by then. It was before version 2.0. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This was a long time ago. Hey Now says a single best NFT for banana split meta just for fun. The are you talking about the banana tree? Let me just load up daily. Yeah, I only ever make the banana trees in my no NFT builds because I have the banana tree NFT. So in my personal build, I never needed to make bananas. Banana tree, banana fields, whatever. I already did the daily challenge here, but yeah, Jeff said it was 40 seconds, yep. One wood to build. And banana split requires 2 bananas. And the banana monkey tree NFC gives 2 passive bananas, you can see. Whoa. 3? I'm mistaken. See, I don't even pay attention. It gives 3 passive bananas and you only need 2. I was under the impression that it only gave 2. No, I just misremembered. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you have a banana monkey tree, you don't have to worry about bananas. But bananas, I guess, aren't... they don't have a crazy high craft time, so that's good. And I don't remember how much water they required. Like, I could go check the playbook, but I'll just wait for it to finish building here. Girl Gamer 31, very nice. Rachel, rank 179, way better than I thought. That's great. Citizen says Sunny doesn't care anymore about biome adjustments for changing metas. Those days are long gone. Oh, it's a 6 water requirement for banana. Yeah, that's not that great. Well, Doug's not the one that's actually in charge of changing the biome stuff. That's the devs. So, can't really say that about Doug. We get what we get, yeah. Your idea of best NFT for BS. For BS. Single best NFT for banana split. Your idea best NFT for BS. Not this one. No. Best NFT. I'm usually gonna go with Hatchet Hank. It does require a good amount of wood, but it's not like wood heavy. Best NFT. Best NFT. Can I say it's Epic Vanilla Stand and at least 2 Epic Vanilla Stands? Can I say that? That way you have 6 passive vanilla beans. That saves so much space. Does that count? So Epic Vanilla Stands is something you don't use very often, obviously. But most of you, like a quarter of your build is going to be vanilla bean fields if it's not already salt. The salt NFTs. Overall, the salt NFTs would be better for more competitions. He was asking specifically about banana split, so I would say probably 2 epic vanilla stands or 3 rare stands you can accomplish the same thing. because like the craft times for vanilla beans are super freaking high. So you need a lot of them. But yeah, overall I'd probably go for salts, like salty salt fields first. They're cheaper and they're used more often. Or even a haunted maze zone 3 or the full set. Vanilla bean NFTs aren't used that often. Yeah, vanilla makes sense. Rachel says Light Circus or Wizard's Workshop. Light Circus, that's true. You don't have that already because there's a bunch of freaking windmills. Wizard's Workshop, I don't really agree with that one. So you might be saying Wizard's Workshop NFT because it's too passive gold. If you want passive gold, you're better off getting the Santa's Factory, even though you're not going to craft anything with the Santa's Factory, but you're not going to craft anything with the Wizard's Workshop for this competition either. DeFi 231, dang, it's a rough spot to be in. Citizen, no, but Doug has the ability to have input and actually push for a change. He is sour at the Soundstar community for all the salty apples. That could be true, Citizen, because at least when Farmer Michelle spoke to us, she always said that she tried to push for better for the community. And I don't know how many people believed her or not, but that's at least what she said. Vanilla, cold, and salt, agree. There you go. All the ice cream related stuff. That makes sense. So yeah, we talked about the biome. River's good. Mountain sucks. Not having an ocean sucks. So it's not the best biome for this competition. And it's not that easy in my opinion because of all the gold that you need. So there's going to be an NFC for sale today. Yep, today. Friday. The Multi-ATV station, Epic NFC. This one's gonna come with 2 Rancher ATVs, so basically 2 ATV workers that are 20% faster. I believe that's 2.4 speed instead of 2 speed here. Sorry, it doesn't work that way anymore. I'm thinking of the Rancher house. It's going to be 4 speed instead of 3.33 speed. That's what it's going to be. Alright, but yeah, the ATVs would be 20% faster. And it's 3x3 in size, which is a little awkward. But I guess that could be helpful. Like, it might allow you to get by with having it close to your crops and not cast shade or not cast as much shade, depending on how you use it, right? But I don't like 3x3 size stuff. Like, sure, if you own four of these and you put them all next to each other, it only takes up 3 tiles, which is cool. Maybe that's their plan to get you to buy 4 of these for some reason. But nobody's gonna do that except maybe Airman and Nacho, maybe? Shout out to you guys if you're watching. And it gives 10 town points. So these cost 300. That's overpriced. 300 in supply. And yeah, 2 workers, 20%. This is very similar to the Twin Garage. But in my opinion, the tractors are used way more often. And an NFT that lets you have more ranchers already exists. That's the Pilgrim Turkey statue, which is way better. I forgot the price on that one, but let me go check it real quick. Pilgrim Turkey statue is, it only takes up 1/4 of a spot in your build. It also costs 300. And whenever it's placed in your town, it will add extra. Actually, no, it will double the amount of ranchers or ATVs in your buildings. That's specifically what it says right here, to answer some questions that are going to pop up on the chat right now. Pilgrim Turkey statue, place down the turkey statue, and each ATV shed and ranch house in your town will now house twice the numbers of respective ranching workers. I'm going to take this at face value. So if you were, based on the information that I'm reading right here. If you were to have the Multi-ATV station NFT, and you then place the turkey statue, you would have 4 workers instead of 2, just based off the wording of the turkey statue. This has not been confirmed by Duck Sunny. I know some people were asking Duck Sunny about this. He has no idea. He could ask the devs and hopefully maybe get an answer, but I've not seen him communicate information from the devs that much. So more than likely somebody's just gonna buy this and answer this question for us later today. So that's how it should work. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not how it works, but that's how it should work. And well, why would you really be worried unless you were planning to get this NFT, right? I know some people are asking, but they're not even planning to get this NFT. Or maybe that will convince them not to get it. Perhaps that might be it. Mr. Trupa, I was wondering if Pilgrim would double the amount of numbers on this NFT. Yeah, I think it would, just based on the wording. Edward says, is Sugar / Flower Rush still boom or moo-moos? If moo-moos means bad, then moo-moos. Why would you say it like that? Coinman says, does that mean with the Pilgrim you get 4 ATVs? That's the way I'm understanding it. I can't actually confirm it. That's just the way I get it. Yeah, 300 bucks is a lot. The turkey statue is so much better, by the way. If you guys don't even have the turkey statue yet, do not even think about the ATV station building. I'm a little confused why they call it a station. It makes me think it's like a sugar station or like some kind of station that produces ATVs. But that's what it's called. Turkey statue is way better. Way better. Yeah, overpriced. I do think it is overpriced as well. If at most 200 would have been reasonable. Because the twin garage tractors, I did say 150, in my opinion, was reasonable. You know, you got to compare it to the price of all the other NFTs they put out there. 150 for the twin garage, in my opinion, is reasonable. I think 200 for this with, you know, with current market, everything would have been reasonable. 300 is overpriced for its utility. This was legendary and it had more ATVs where it took up a quarter spot, then obviously I would see things differently. But with its current utility and price, it's overpriced. Rahiv says they didn't mention if with the Pilgrim, the NFT ATV will have 4 instead of 2. It would have been a very great thing to mention in this announcement, but I don't think Duck Sunny even knows what the Pilgrim statue is, and the developers just didn't give him that information to communicate with us. Sandula, I don't know why they thought this was a good NFT, and for that price when the statue is better. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I hope they know that there's a Pilgrim turkey statue already. Seem mentally disconnected. Edward says, cows be silly. Right. That's what the moo-moos were. Rachel says, the twins were worth it. Good price. Yeah, and I got 2 of them, and well, I mean, I only used 1 on this competition that just ended, but it did save space. And I know I will use both of them on the next competition. And I might get... I said I was going to get 5 of them. I might get the... I might get 1 or 2 more. We'll see. Yeah, I might help somebody out right now. Let's go back. Actually, that was it for the Discord stuff. Let's go to the Banana Split Build Showcase. That's what I was trying to do. Coinman says, based on their recent NFTs, it's not surprising. Yeah. Yeah, V Postman, that was my idea to get 5 twin tractors. I have 2 right now. I don't actually need 5 for the idea I have in mind for banana splits. Probably only need 3 or 4. But there are some competitions where you have so much tractors where I could use 5 of them. Oh, I might as well mention this, but I did this test to see if the Patriot tractor skin would work with the twin garage, because I haven't seen anybody else bring this up. And I think I mentioned it on Tuesday. I was using my Patriot tractor skin, and the Patriot skin wasn't actually showing up on them. Like, you know, the farmers didn't have their blue United States outfit and their red MAGA hats and stuff like that. So the movement speed still works. It still gives a 25% movement speed to them. It just doesn't give you the cosmetic Patriot skin. I did a test on this to confirm that it still works. I don't really care about the cosmetic skin. Like, one of the reasons I wasn't like really keen on keeping the Patriot tractor skin was because of its political attachments, but you know, if anybody's worried about that, they're probably not even playing Townstar anyways. So yeah, I don't really care that you can't see the outfit, but as long as the movement speed boost works, because 25% movement speed to the tractors is a lot. It does help improve production rates. Good number, yeah. Rachel, might as well get a fleet if you can afford. Yeah, but as for the ATVs, right now I'm not as interested compared to the twin garages, at least, right? Like, sure, ATV station NFT is like something you could use in a couple different competitions, but the tractors just seem like a better deal. This is my banana split competition build showcase. Yeah, build showcase. This was from about 6 months ago, September 24th, 2024. So I did about 15 banana splits per hour. I know there were some other tweaks that I could have done, but I'm not exactly sure what it was. Did I not have enough time to finish or what? There was a way to improve this to 18 per hour, or maybe I actually showed supporters how to do it. I can't remember. I have to go back and check. But this right here was doing 15.5 power per hour. Damn, I can't even talk. 15.5 per hour. But the salt fields, as you can see, were on a green craft timer because we did have the ocean. So this build won't work exactly the same anymore. You would have to not rely on green timer windmills as much because you're going to have the mountain on one of the sides. And you're just going to need a bunch more salt fields. Now, I suppose you could still have green timer windmills and just have bunch of salt fields in between. I'll show you guys an example right here while I'm streaming. Let me hold on. The mountain on the south, river on the east. Yeah. Okay, now let me change this up. So there's a mountain. Actually, let me put shade. Yeah, so the mountain casts 5 shade, in case you didn't know that. You would want the windmills 3 spaces away from each other if possible. And this is more so just gonna be an example. Yeah, I don't wanna overthink this. You know what? Hold on. You don't want the windmills next to the river. That would be a bad example. You want the crops next to the river. Do that. So that's 4 windmills that would presumably be on a green crowd timer. You don't have any other buildings next to them. See money, woohoo, 722, congrats. You could do something like this, and this might even be something I do for the build showcase, so I show you a quick sneak peek right here. That gets you 16 salt fields, which actually might not even be enough. It really depends on your production rate, but I don't think 16 salt fields will even be enough. Sure, you could have some more over here. Really just depends what else you would have over here. Um, you could even maybe have another windmill here, but I would assume that all this space over here next to the river you use for your crops. But yeah, this gives you an idea of being able to set up windmills on a green craft timer while still having a bunch of salt fields in between them. And then you'd have your silo nearby. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that would probably be a good spot. There you go. Some rough idea of what you could do for windmills and salt fields. I like that we can practice right away. Yeah, that is true. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty much finished with my build. I'm just going to do a quick test to make sure it works. So I got a head start of my practicing. Now I probably won't start the no NFT build idea until tomorrow. But still, it's good. It feels like I'm ahead on my planning, so I have more time to plan and stuff. That's great. Go back to the banana split. Where is it? Banana split build showcase. I remember using this not just for banana split. Yeah, you guys can see my mouse right here. I'm mousing over the Santa's factories and ice cream parlors. I remember using this setup for another competition. It may have been the chocolates ice cream cone one. It was one of the ice cream cone ones. This worked well. And in case you can't see it, let me go back to the planner. I don't exactly know where it would go here, but let's just say I made a rectangle here. So how it worked is you got a pond and 2 water pumps because you want 2 passive water drums for your master wizard making ice blocks like that. Now your master wizard also needs 3 passive cold. Wizard's workshop gives 1 passive cold. Santa's factory gives 2 passive cold. It is way more expensive, but you are better off building the Santa's factories. It's 2 passive cold each. I put on the cold overlay display so you can see it. So now the master wizards have full passive to make ice blocks. And next to the Santa's factories, you would have the ice cream parlors. Probably 1 for each flavor, but it really depends. And those ice cream parlors would have the 3 passive cold that they need to craft on a green craft timer. Do not build ice cream parlors on a red craft timer, you know, like with 0 passive cold, because that would be way too slow. And they are pretty expensive buildings, so you don't want to do that. And you could... Oh, on this one, I did have an ice cream parlor with, what was that, 1 passive cold? But that's only because I needed it for, I think that was the one making banana splits. And the craft time for banana splits isn't as bad. Will it show me here? Well, I'm out of money, so it's not highlighted, but yeah, the craft time for banana splits is not as bad compared to the ice cream cones, as you can see. So the ice cream parlor making banana split, and I'm mostly talking about no NFT here, or no NFT required build showcase. The one making banana split doesn't have to be on the fastest craft timer. It could work with just 1 or 2 passive gold. So you could have it here or here. If you're using subgrid placement, you may be able to have it closer. So I liked using that idea. It worked very well. So I'd probably use the same idea right here. And then on the side, you'd have some other buildings. I think I ended up having windmills. But there you go. That's probably all I'm going to explain here. Remember, you need your whole setup for the milk barns, chicken coops. Like I said, vanilla fields will take up some space. Important thing to know about vanilla fields or vanilla bean fields, they are not negatively impacted by shade, but they are negatively impacted by cold. You cannot have them close to your ice setup here. So that's why you want this setup facing, you know, closer to the other side. You don't want it facing your crops, otherwise it would slow them down. Nah, I'm probably not gonna bother showing you guys the example, but if this was like reverse and closer to the crops, that wouldn't be good. You'd rather have your windmills closer to the vanilla bean field since they don't care about the shade. Pretty sure I can show that here. I just need to sell something. What was this selling? Oh yeah, this was selling row. Just trying to remember. I can afford it. All right. It's a little laggy. Oh. I probably should have built it closer to the water towers. As you can see, 5-minute craft timer. You put cold next to it. 40-minute craft timer on a red craft timer. So do not have any passive cold on your vanilla bean fields. They're already bad as they are. Don't want to make them cold. Most other crops don't care about cold. I think there was another one that did. Who knows? Maybe it was a banana tree. I don't remember what the other crop was, but most crops don't care about the cold effect. It's just they did it for vanilla bean fields just to screw us over. I think that was with the first vanilla ice cream competition. Yeah, it is pretty laggy. Daily challenge. It wasn't laggy for me yesterday when I did it, or yesterday my time. Earlier today, maybe for some of you. Top 100 rate for next week. I know how much I did on the last banana split competition. I did 118 per hour. What ranking did that actually lead me to? Did I get top 25? I'm just double checking because I can't remember. I got 14th place? Damn. I did really good. Probably because of the banana monkey tree. Because I think I'm going to do even better on this next competition. So top 100. 75 per hour. One piece, I think. 75 per hour. I guess if I had to shoot a number right now, because you asked. Probably around there. Alright. But I think that's all I had to talk about for the upcoming competition. I'm going to go ahead and update this. I already put out... already updated this. And I think the bot command should be showing that. Is it? I forgot to change this. Even Google Sheets is a little laggy. 75, dang, I was hoping for 50. I don't know, 50 doesn't seem like that high. It might just be because I'm like thinking that there was an ocean last time, and this time there's not gonna be an ocean, so people will do worse. But I would assume everybody in the top 100, or at least majority of people, have an NFT to help with the salty. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Citizen, I had 90 plus last banana split, or at least top 35. I am thinking this time it'll be about 90 per hour or close to 100 per hour for top 20. Oh no, wait, you said 35. Top 50 probably like 90 per hour. Maybe 70 per hour or 75 per hour for top 100. That's just what I'm thinking right now. When am I ever right up about those? Sometimes, I guess, because lucky guess. Let me just change the values on these. But yeah, if anybody had any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna change these numbers. Leave the chocolate bar the same, just because that's what the announcement says. Oh. If possible, I'll try to mess with the banana rush. But probably somebody else will do it. And, well, Jeff says he already did it, and he said it's better than Gold Rush. But if anybody else wants to try Banana Rush, you know, if you don't happen to have any NFTs, it might be better. It's always good to practice your Cash Rush if you have the time to do so. It's going to help you out in the competition. Satvik, I am 800 plus. Congratulations. I assume you made it to the top 900 in the competition then. Citizen says, I just guessed on my rank. I can't remember, but typically I am top 35 consistent. Oh, okay. But also with the help of the monkey tree, yeah. Right there. I think there's two big NFTs that like are really gonna help you that I don't have. I'm gonna go check those right now. I'm not gonna get them though, because they're not used that often. That's it. What I do, dirts. Right now, we're just collecting dirt. We can't actually use it to purchase anything from the store. I believe you asked me that just a little while ago. But yeah, we can't use dirt, so it doesn't have any utility right now. What you do is just hold on to it, and eventually when they're ready to come out with the actual token, which at the moment, as far as we know, it's called soil, then we will get soil tokens, and those are the ones that we would be able to trade or spend. Edward, I'm doing Sugar Rush 2 cows to gas. Okay. Sugar Rush isn't something people, as far as I know, many people do, just because it's harder to scale up. Because at some point you can't fit in any more windmills on a green craft timer. That's why people tend to do Gold Rush, because that is easier to scale up, since they'll always be crafting on the fastest craft timer. Citizen, so your 70 per hour for top 50 rate may be close. Well, I said 70 per hour for top 100, Citizen. I was thinking 90-ish per hour for top 50, though probably 100-ish per hour now, because there are more NFTs to help. Back then, did we have vanilla bean stands? I can't remember if we did. Maybe we did though. We probably did and I just don't remember. I could actually talk about some other NFTs that not many people know about yet. Yeah, I might do that too. Let me check. I wanted to check something here. Ice cream cone. No, not ice cream cone. Ice cream. Ice cream parlor NFT. I know that one exists, but that's not the one I was thinking about. Oh, the ice cream cart would be good. I was actually thinking about getting ice cream carts when they were like 50% off, but I just never did. They're not used that often. It would have been it would have felt like a waste anyways. But I figured around summertime the ice cream metas would come back. These are the two that I was thinking about. Water tower is good. But a citizen says, but on a side or side note, I guess, if you had to change the name soil, what do you think? Like if I was able to change it to something else instead of soil token, I would want to go back to town token, but like they kind of destroyed it. So what else could it be? Star? Yeah, it could be a star token, I think. That might kind of interfere with the points, since we also call those stars. But sure, I would pick star token. People like stars. Town star. We already killed the town portion of the token, the token name. Let's do star token. That probably already exists though. Edward says, what happened to the name Common Ground Worlds? We talked about this a few months ago. It wasn't too long ago actually, but the people that were working, or the people that are in charge of the Common Ground World film pulled out of Gala Film because they want to release it on Amazon Video, from my understanding. I assume that's public knowledge by now. That movie should actually be coming out in a couple days, I think. They said it was releasing on Earth Day. When was Earth Day? Let me see. When is Earth Day? The 22nd of April. Yeah, so that should be releasing pretty soon. Or Town Star token. Town was the Town Star token, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Town's actual name was Town Star. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. It wasn't just called Town token. The town was like the big letters, right? But the token was called Town Star, if I'm not mistaken. Star is actually great, says Citizen. Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, that's what I would pick. That was so dumb of them. I don't think so, Edward. I'm sure that the people that were working on the Common Ground World film had their reasoning. They care more about having people watch their message, you know, because the film's about like I can't really say because I'm not gonna watch the film and then never watch their first film, which was Kiss the Ground. But it's like about agriculture and keeping the planet clean and stuff like that. Somebody else could explain it better than me. But they care more about having people see the movie to know the message that they're trying to send out, rather than keeping it on Gala Film where not that many people are gonna know about it. I'm sure Gala Games, you know, Gala the company, was hoping people would actually come into Gala Film to watch the movie, but it didn't end up working out that way. So that situation kind of sucks, but like, we got to revert back to the name Town Star, so I'm all for it. I prefer reverting back to the name Town Star. Sorry about the whole Common Ground Film deal not working with Gala Film. That sucks. I'm sure they maybe tried to come up with some deal and they couldn't agree. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. That's why the name change got reverted. Citizen $2 Town was nuts, crazy times. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think it was called Town Coin. I was thinking about these two NFTs would probably help out a lot in this competition, but I don't have them and I don't plan on getting them. Ice Tower for the strawberry ice cream cones. One less ice block, one less salt, I think. Or am I wrong? What is it? What is it less of? One less strawberry. Edward says, I'm still like waiting for the show with the tech guy getting a chip. I don't pay enough attention to Gala Film to know what you're talking about. It is 2 ice blocks and 2 salt. Okay, I'm not crazy. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so Ice Tower. Two minutes. 2 minutes. The same craft time. Alright. Yeah, Ice Tower, same craft time. This is the NFT, by the way. The NFT Ice Tower. Same craft time for strawberry ice cream, but it's 1 less ice block, 1 less salt. So it's still gonna help people out who own that. And the Cafe des Etoiles. You craft chocolate ice cream with 1 less ice block and 1 less salt. I don't know if that craft time is correct. I don't have this NFT to confirm that. But if that craft time is correct, that's terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's not right. I don't know what the craft time would be on that. The Cafe Days NFT helps a lot too. Do you own it, Spartans? Can you double check the craft time and chocolate ice cream? I feel like this is not right. So what I probably did, or what it's probably doing here, is taking the red craft timer and putting it on here. That's probably what it's doing here. I feel like this is not correct. I just don't have the NFT to actually confirm it. All the other ones should be correct. Yeah, I just wanted to check these 2 NFTs because I know they craft ice creams with reduced requirements. I don't think that craft time's right. Rachel says, I hope they fix that bug with the daily challenge with next update. It's been like that for like almost a month. Craft time the same? So 2 minutes, O-Town? 2 minute craft time? Is that what you're saying? Yes, I do. No cold is required. Super fast and craft time is the same. So 2 minute craft time. I know how to fix it. It's just that I have to change a number here. Or change a letter, I mean. It's because the numbers are reversed. There we go. So it should be 2 minute craft time. Last thing I'll do is talk about some NFTs since I remembered. Let me go to NFT Harbor. An NFT that leaked earlier this week that we thought was going to release today. And that's why we were thinking this next competition was going to be something related to Mystic Matter, was the Alchemy Stand. This has not released yet. It will probably still release at some point. Somebody put a bid on it, but to my knowledge, nobody owns this. So what this one will do is that it will give 2 passive Mystic Matter, which is very overpowered for any item that requires Mystic Matter. And it will let you do some crazy stuff with certain products or, you know, items. But turns out it didn't release, at least not yet. But I think we will see it at some point. But there were some other NFTs that that haven't been talked about yet. They're bird related. So I think they are going to have some kind of Easter sale or bird pack, something like that. If I had to guess, it probably announced that on Monday. One of those was the Medieval Birdmaster skin. It's epic for some reason. And it'll reduce the wages of your farmers by 10%. So instead of paying like the 20 per hour, you'll pay 18 per hour or something, right? So you save like $100. It's terrible, by the way. Where is it? Farmhouse? 10? Oh, it's 10. All right, so instead of $10 per minute, guys, you will pay $9 per minute with this NFT. You will save yourself $60 an hour. In-game money, not real life money. In-game money. 60 bucks. That's about, I don't think you can sell anything that low, actually. So the utility of this is terrible. The only reason you would buy this is because you like how the farmers look, and to my knowledge, this probably won't even affect your tractors, just your regular farmers, which nobody uses endgame. You know, once you're done with your build, you probably only use it for the first couple minutes, if anything. So this NFT is pretty terrible. Nobody would buy this. The only reason somebody would have this is because it was part of a loot box, you know, gotcha sale. That's what I call them. And you got it that way. And the other one that I know of is the Crow Pets. This wing companion gives your farmers a 15% speed boost. Once again, I think it only applies to the farmers. It doesn't say it applies to tractors. It has different wording than the greenhouse. This probably takes up a quarter space, I would assume, like all the dog NFTs. It probably does like fly around your town, so that probably does look cool, having a crow fly around your town. But yeah, the utility is terrible. I don't understand why it's even epic. Both of those NFTs should be uncommon. And yeah, once again, it has like the bird theme to it. I don't think anybody would willingly buy this. And Tony, good day, by the way. 871, very nice. Oh, Citizen says, what are they thinking with the wage utility? Do you think they have a play here? Will they be rebalancing game wages? I don't know, and even if they do, it's the Stars and Stripes monuments and the enchanted ornaments, you know, they reduce your wages. They're already way more powerful than these NFTs. Those 6 slots. Hey Dub, have you heard anything about Mayhem? And Lycan Warlord's Reverb? No, they're probably not going to talk about Mayhem until like the first day or second day of May, because that's what happened last year. And the year before that, I think they mentioned it at the very last day of April. So I wouldn't expect any mention of Mayhem till like the first week of May, if anything. If there will be a Mayhem, that's the thing. Even some people are skeptical as to whether there will be. And if there will be a Mayhem, which I think there will be, but what that means is that they'll probably just run a sale. Like, I wouldn't expect any crazy events like they used to do for like Townstar. I think it would probably just be a sale. That's my guess, which is unfortunate, but like we're not in the market for them to have Mayhem. I think they know that too. DeFi says those NFTs are bad, but most of the ones recently have been that way. Yeah. Oh, that's a truck. A Citizen got screwed on the White House, but not the first time, I guess. Oh, you got the White House? Yeah, even the White House kind of sucks. I mean the NFT, of course, not the actual building. Just the NFT, the utility sucks. That's on Gala, or the Townstar devs. Another bird-related NFTs. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not like 100% into the Vexi Villages stuffs, and they've come out with thousands of these. To my knowledge, and clearly nobody has traded this, so I should be right, but to my knowledge, this NFT has not been released yet. Neither has the pink, yeah, the pink version. So there's a blue version and a pink version. If I had to guess, this is also part of the potential mystery box sale that's going to happen. And one more that I know about, there might be more, but one more is the owl. The owl actually comes in 4 rarities. So we got uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The owl is for Miranda's. They recently came out with the eagle for part of the Stars and Stripes sale. But the eagle is only uncommon, I believe. Was it? Or was it rare? Oh yeah, the eagle is uncommon only. It has a blue backdrop, so that's kind of confusing, but it is uncommon rarity. Whereas the owl goes all the way up to legendary, which if I had to guess, is probably 1% chance. The description gives you a hint of what its utility will be like, something about helping you explore. If I had to guess, this will probably give you the ability to have a bird's eye view in Miranda's. So like you can use your owl to scout the area and get a view from the very top, and that should help you explore, especially if you're brand new to the game, I guess, and you don't know the map. So that sounds like a cool idea. And I guess they're gonna sell that utility as part of some upcoming sale. But yeah, that's why I said I do believe that there's gonna be some kind of mystery box or gotcha sale, and it seems to be bird related. There might be other stuff that I missed, but this is just the ones I found right now. But yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about, that you know, information I found out. Citizen says, that owl animation is less than interesting. Par for the course. It's the same as the eagle animation, the hawk, and the phoenix. And I don't think we know what the hawk or phoenix do in Miranda's. I don't think that the team has mentioned it, or maybe I missed it. Oh, very nice. That's called phoning it in. I'll do that in a bit. Bro, that fleet of black horse is impressive. Oh yeah, especially for the steel metas. I just recently used it for what was it? Red, steel, red lamp? Red lamp, yeah. I used it for the red lamp competition. It was a massive help. Yeah. Was that not the one I got top 10 in? Red lamp? Yeah, I got 10th place on red lamp competition. And on Fabric Box, which I was not expecting 10th place on Fabric Box. That one was a surprise to me. But Red Lamp, I did think that there was a good shot at top 10. Right? If I'm not mistaken. Alright. Well, that's going to be it. Right after I end the stream, I am going to go to my practice build. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to spoil my idea, my personal competition idea to everybody. Not yet, not till the competition starts. But I'm going to do a final test. I just got to borrow or take back some NFTs from the guild library. do that final test, leave that running for most of today, or probably all of today. And yeah, tomorrow I will work on a no NFT build showcase for, or no NFT required build showcase for Banana Split. I don't think it's going to be as good because of all the salt fields I don't need. But I'm sure it'll still be competitive enough to help people get top 1200 or top 900 even. But I always recommend that you practice your own build. You probably should practice the Banana Rush because it sounds like it might be better than Gold Rush. But I think that's everything. Like I said on the post on my Discord, if you celebrate Easter or Good Friday, I hope you have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great Sunday. And I will see you all later. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, if you're going to purchase something from the Gala Game Store, feel free to use the link in the description. Might as well mention it before I forget. And see you all later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.